Welcome to ZSR, welcome to ZSR 3 to be exact, and welcome to the Breath of the Wild Only Present Tournament 2026 full version 1.0 to 1.7 especially. Welcome to the Vah Naboris round number 3, and welcome to Nilk going up against moistgoolash. Without further ado, let's switch over and hand it off to two wonderful comms, Requiem of Spirit and Cloud. Take it away.
Hi, hello, welcome everyone. This is our second last race of this tournament. It's a pretty short tournament, being a Swiss one. This one's particularly special because we have Moist who had to replace another runner, and to balance out this being the lower bracket, to balance out the skill levels, Moist is running on the latest version of the game, despite this being a 1.7 tournament. And because of that, we're going to see a lot more time loss on Moist's side because of the different strats, and because there's also going to be no amiibo, meaning more time sunk in Castle. But because of that, commentary is going to be super exciting. We're going to see Moist do a whole bunch of strats that you normally don't see in runs. But yeah, hi Cloud.
Hello, it's wonderful to be back on commentary. So it looks like our runners are just getting ready to get started here, hitting new game. Normally we start the timer from gaining control of Link inside the Shrine of Resurrection, but for tournament rules we just start from new game. So we are off. But yeah, just mentioning that because if you're comparing against these runners PB or anything, you might notice an extra minute slower. It's normal since we're starting from a bit of a different spot here. But yeah, we're going to jump right in. And you said Nilk is playing on 1.6, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the big first differences we're going to see here is even though they hit new game at the same time, Moist is very likely going to load in faster to the Shrine of Resurrection due to the better improvements of version 1.9.
Moist is actually cheating. You're going to see him exit the intro cutscene 5 seconds earlier, and you might think that's not much considering how much time loss 1.9 has, but that actually decided a race previously in this tournament, so that's pretty interesting.
And it's a very short run. These load differences are going to come into play every time our runners enter and exit a shrine, enter and exit a cutscene like the paraglider cutscene or the castle cutscene or Dark Beast Ganon. So those little time saves really do add up.
Quella è una tavoletta sceicca. Ti guiderà dopo il risveglio dal tuo.
We're going to see our runners clip out of Shrine of Resurrection here. Just a scope clip in the corner. And after that, they're going to pretty much almost immediately diverge in routes, with Nilk going towards the bomb shrine first to abuse the most powerful movement glitch this game has to offer. Moist doesn't have that at his disposal, so we're going to be going to Stasis on Moist's side instead.
And this Shrine of Resurrection scope clip here is fairly consistent between versions. Just a matter of wedging yourself in the correct spot on the wall, and then aiming your camera in the correct direction, and then tapping the scope button.
Noticing that Nilk has his camera fixed onto north, which is pretty interesting. I was looking at like the visual cues you usually look for there with the camera, and it was completely thrown off with the north fixed camera.
Definitely what I would consider non-standard, unless you're a hundo runner.
I think that's changing too with like Player 5 doing not having that fixed to north, which a lot of other hundo runners have found weird, but he swears by.
So here's that divergence in route that Rek was talking about. Moist is going to be popping back over into the snow, whereas Nilk is going to make his way to the bomb shrine first. Now, an interesting part of this routing here that we always talk about for 1.6 versus 1.9 is not only is the shrine order going to be completely different, but the strats that we're going to be seeing inside the shrine are going to be mostly different as well. A large part of what makes the version 1.6 route faster, despite the, or in addition to the broken BLSS movement glitch, is that accessing bombs first allows you to perform wind bombs inside shrines, which shortens the amount of time you spend inside the shrine by quite a bit.
Yeah, it saves a surprising amount of time. Like, each wind bomb saves at least 5 seconds, I want to say, with cryo saving the least, but it still saves a decent amount of time. It ties like the fastest strat, which is wall jump, which we'll actually be seeing Moist do, hopefully, If he doesn't, I'm gonna make fun of him.
So we saw this from Nilk, and then we saw from Moist there as well, getting the shield skew right there. By surfing onto an angled surface like that, you can store the angle on your shield, and then if you unequip your shield during a shield jump, you can use that angle to get through the wall. Pretty funny how, even though we're on a different route here, both our runners are entering their first shrine at right about the same time.
Yeah. It's funny how that works out.
So yeah, like we mentioned, Nilk is going to be grabbing bombs and going for a wind bomb in this shrine of some sort. I'm not sure if Nilk goes for the more difficult but faster gamer wind bomb, but of course Moist is just going to be running through.
Yeah, if you keep all the shrines in memory, you'll notice like how things used to be before we had bombs in these shrines versus how Nilk is going to do them with wind bombs everywhere. I'm not sure which wind bombs Nilk does do, but I guess we'll be able to see them as we go along. Moist, unfortunately, has no choice, has to run through this shrine. Looks like Nilk is going for gamer wind bomb here.
The setup is a lot more precise.
Nice
But
wind bomb.
very good launch there. Saves about 8 seconds over the beginner strat with a slightly easier wind bomb. I think pretty much everybody goes for gamer nowadays. I don't think I really see anybody doing the
easier strat? Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Both of our runners also finishing their first shrines around the same time. Unfortunately, without a wind bomb in stasis, you do take a lot more time than what you would with gamer wind bomb. I wonder if Moist
But again,
will get
like we
out
mentioned,
of the screen.
we're gonna see Moist getting a much faster load out of the cutscene here.
I think we've had multiple races, or like multiple cases where Moist has been facing someone entering the loading screen later and then coming out earlier.
Winning by doing nothing, other than of course owning a Switch too.
Pay to win, clearly.
But yeah, that's one thing that makes any percent so interesting is there's so many different strats you can go for. You really get to see a runner's kind of philosophy around speedrunning if they value consistency over speed, especially for races. There's a lot of things that are just much more difficult, but you'll save a few seconds here and there. And each one kind of, you got to do your own little like risk-reward calculation for if it's worth it. Oh, Nilk unfortunately falling off the wall there. Better to fall off that than on the other side where you get stuck into a Guardian cutscene. Rage bait inducing cutscene.
We mentioned it in passing, but for people not familiar with this game, there's a trick that you're seeing Nilk do right now, which by smuggling the bow and an item in your hand, you can effectively negate gravity and have the item push you along through the air. You can still do the setup in the latest version, but because of changes to the physics engine, you no longer get pushed. And so, unfortunately, or more fortunately for viewers, I guess, you have to do what you're seeing Moist do here, which is BTBs. BTBs are a bit easier to execute on paper because it's just one input, but they look so much cooler.
And they're very timing dependent, whereas BLSS you can just kind of set it up anywhere and try to get a step up anywhere. And once again, they're neck and neck entering the second shrine. Very cool how this works out.
Alright, normally the Cryo Shrine on like 1.7 is 1.6 is much easier. It's just like one in Wind Bomb is the easiest Wind Bomb you have. Moist is going to be showing us a much more difficult strat. That's what we used to do. Alright, nice.
Very nice.
So you can... By unequipping, doing like a shield jump cancel, or like a fall damage cancel rather against the wall, you can like restore your jump again, and use that to hop over the wall, and then hop over a cryo block up to the top. And
really
on the
lucky wind bomb from Nilk there.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Ricocheting off the wall,
scared.
landing down below with a quarter heart to spare. So Moist taking a little bit of an edge there, but that's mostly just because the cryo shrine is so fast as it is, whereas Magnesis, you gotta open the plate and then run down underneath. So we're gonna be seeing another tricky bullet time bounce setup from Moist here to get to Magnesis Shrine.
This is arguably the hardest BTB to get right, so let's see how Moist does. Alright, that looks good. Nice.
Very nice. And remember, since we still haven't completed Plateau, there's no paraglider, so we're gonna have to either land in the water or do a fall damage cancel, which he executes perfectly. Back in the day, if you get a lucky launch there, you can get into the shrine before the door loads in to avoid doing this clip. But on Switch 2, the loader's so optimized that it's always gonna
It's always going to
before you get there.
load, but it's also, the loads are so fast that even with like an unloaded mag on the old console, you still end up coming in faster if you do the clip well.
Watching those launches with like no lag or world loads when you're flying is crazy to me.
But yeah, for those of you guys just joining us, Moist is running on this version because Moist was replacing another runner who was unable to make it. And to balance out the skill level, since this is a lower bracket, Moist is running on Switch 2 1.9 for the added time loss. And also, it turns out just no amiibo in general, meaning an additional added time loss compared to no amiibo on 1.6.
Very clean tree wind bomb and stasis clip by Nilk there. That tree wind bomb I think is one of the most visually impressive wind bombs in the run. Especially when they just barely make it over the edge. But yeah, like we see, Nilk did a wind bomb in this trying to skip all this part, but Moist still does not have bombs, so still cannot wind bombs. We're gonna be seeing him run through.
Looks like we're gonna see Nilk do the bridge wind bomb here. We're gonna stasis this gear on the side and then use the bridge to do a wind bomb all the way to the end. It'll, if you remember how much time Moist spent in stasis, you'll see how much time it saves if done right. It's a bit high there, it should be fine.
This one's a bit tricky just because the angle you need is a little bit tighter. Also, there's no walls on the back, so you basically gotta hit this cage right here.
Yeah, it saves so much time on walking and running through the shrine.
We're gonna see a fun little attempted box walk here from Moist to get over to the Bogo camp. This one's a fun little stasis launch where if you hold like an ESS position and walk backwards on the box, you can kind of stay on it as it moves. It's super tricky, but getting this far, I'm sure Moist is not super unhappy with that.
Yeah, I was a little terrified because there were so many things that could have gone wrong there, and thankfully we avoided all of them. I was scared that the box was gonna hit Moist. And then was scared he was going to take fall damage, but okay, we avoided all of that. Yeah, that box walk is a little finicky. You need to make sure to match the pace at which the box is rotating with your walking speed. If you're too fast, you fall off, and if you're too slow, sometimes the box hits you. That's the fastest way to get to this, to the bomb shrine from Magnesis.
Very nice BTB there by Moist. That one could be annoying because if the Bogos move out of position, or you get a bad launch there, if you get too far to the left, you'll just void out and have to do the whole thing again.
Moist is in the last shrine. Nilk on his way to the last shrine.
Moist will finally get to do a wind bomb. We glossed over this earlier when Moist did it, but this is what Nilk is doing here. It's called an extended shield clip. It's different from the normal skew clips that we've been seeing earlier that you use to clip through walls that are double-sided or clipping through two walls at once, basically. You can kind of like do a shield surf and then cancel it and then do another one mid-air, basically, is what you're seeing there. And it's frame perfect, but Nilk found the frame very nicely. So yeah, no doubt we're going to see Moist going for it, yeah.
Alright, nice launch from Moist. Okay, we are potentially back, maybe?
Are we back? Hello,
Can we
chat.
stop
Are we
spamming chat
on?
now?
Are we on air?
That's okay. We were filling chat with our commentary instead.
Live tweeting the race. Hey, whatever works.
Alright.
So I'm
After
always
Nilk's
going for another
detour-
scope clip here. I'm curious if Nilk is going to go for a 6 ancient arrow or 3 ancient arrow route. Which we'll be finding out momentarily. We're just having to do some tricky out of bounds movement here. I keep forgetting this route. You have to go to the dining hall to cook and everything.
This route's always seemed crazy to me. He can't sneak strike.
Oh god.
Okay, we're
But
fine.
yeah,
We're fine.
we saw a very clean plateau from Moist there, so he's there's a very good chance he's close to PB pace for version 1.9.
This has already PB'd once on Nomiibo this tournament. Okay. I don't know what the arrow count is supposed to be here.
I think it's the same.
Oh, we're on fire. Okay. Oh no. We didn't
Everything's
climb-
fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, we're gonna see Nilk cook the shrooms here instead, and then we're gonna find out if he goes for 6 Ancient Arrow route versus 3 Ancient Arrow. 3 Ancient Arrow saves a lot of time in castle, but it makes the Calamity fight a bit more difficult. Looks like he's going for the slightly slower but way more consistent 6 Ancient Arrow route.
Yeah, for people familiar with like the very old dining hall route, that's like ancient history at this point. Part of the route that Moist is doing comes from that, and you'll know that a lot of runners have struggled with that particular updraft as Moist sets fire to all of his ingredients.
The food goes in the pot, brother. Thank you.
Alright.
What is bro
runners
cooking?
It looks like Moist might be coming into the final fight a bit sooner.
Yeah, he's just got a 2 wind bomb chain here to get the sync down. I think he has some backup food. Watching these wind bombs as a 1.6 runner really scares me because if you're familiar with Castle, if you've played on Switch 1, you know there's a ton of lag. And lag can really mess up wind bombs. But of course Moist doesn't have to worry about that because he's on Switch 2. But just watching that, I'm thinking like he's not pinning the camera or anything. Very scary.
Yeah, not having to do... Oh wow, Nilk going for interesting setup here. I've never seen that kind of...
I haven't either.
Before.
But definitely saves a couple seconds if he gets it first try. Clean wind blight skip from Moist.
Okay, both our runners are in
Nilk's is looking
blights
good.
at similar times. Nilk has 6 Ancient Arrows, so he will save a tiny bit of time in Calamity.
But then Moist will also get that time just back from the loads.
That is true. Moist does get time back from the loads, and Moist also goes for fast water blight, which I'm not sure Nilk goes for, which is another 5 seconds if Moist doesn't
Very
get scammed.
risky strat, yeah. With a tiny bit of RNG involved. But yeah, overall, this has been shaping up to be an incredible race so far between Moist and Nilk on version 1.6 versus 1.9. Nice, didn't get scanned on the
good fight on
slam.
Moist's side. That was super fast. Alright, Nilk going for the more traditional, slower strat, which is much safer, much less likely for you to get scammed by Water Blight shenanigans. You can finish off Water Blight phase 2 with just 3 shots here, which is super easy when you're in bullet time. It's very beginner friendly, and doesn't lose that much time. Only loses like 5 seconds compared to what Moist did.
Going to Fireblight phase 2 on Moist's side. A bit of RNG here. Fireblight loves to troll, especially during races. There's just a chance you can just get up early while you're trying to do your spins, causing you to just lose several seconds out of nowhere. I don't want to commentate or curse it, but it looks good. Good position there.
Nice Fireblight phase 2. Getting those hits is not as easy as he made it look.
Yeah, the positioning there is really crucial to make sure you're hitting both sides of the blade at the same time.
Ooh, Nilk also getting the double hits, and
Ooh,
the slam
very
finish off.
close on the
really
slam
nice.
there.
Yeah.
Thunderblight, I imagine, will be seeing pretty similar strats. Just using the boomerang to break the shield, snipe him down, and then spin to win.
Yeah, that boomerang that's probably the most important use of the boomerang, besides being the random bits of damage we use. The fact that we can throw it at things and enemies and it won't break makes it very, very convenient.
So now we're going to be seeing the 3 Ancient Arrow Calamity Phase 1. He's going to start off going for a quick rush. Very nice.
Gets it. It looked like he got like multiple hits with some of those slashes, which is really interesting. I kind of want to watch that back later.
Time to study. Going for as many headshots as possible here. This is where the main difficulty of the 3 Ancient Arrow route lies, is trying to get as many headshots here as possible. 6 Ancient Arrow makes it so much more lenient. and being able to miss headshots or being slow here.
Ooh, that's not good. Okay, it's fine.
He's got a couple bombers left. Probably just finish off with an extra flurry rush. Oh, not even needed.
Yeah.
Great recovery there.
Caught a lot of extra hits for some of his weapons, but he managed to toss things out all the same. And an instant laser.
Oh, and
nice.
instant laser. Very good RNG. Nice crouch cancel. We're seeing very top level optimizations here from Moist, despite the fact that he's on a slower route. He's a very good winner. Nice parry from Nilk there. And again, we're seeing the 6 Ancient Arrow route. A little bit different here for Calamity Phase 1. Ending with the Claymore Throw there instead of Ancient Arrow.
Oh, Moist.
Super
having
unlucky.
A little bit of issues there. Oh no.
Now it's everything's in God's hands. What attack is he going to get from Calamity? And again, remember, a death here means you're going all the way back to the start of boss rush.
Okay.
Second chance at the parry. Ooh. No backup. Oh, just one little backup food there. He's very lucky the shield didn't break as well.
Yeah, each of those times.
Oh, he's just running for his
Okay.
life now. The shield broke. There's thankfully a backup on the wall here. But I imagine Moist is sweating quite a lot right now. Oh.
If there isn't another shield.
There's no more shields. He's gonna have to reload. He's gonna have to... Or Flurry Rush Ganon to death.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of attack food though.
As long as you stay far away from Ganon, he's gonna keep giving you lasers.
Yeah, you wanna... In this situation, you definitely want to close up. Yeah, he's going for the quick rush again. The claw. Ooh, nice. I don't know if this was on purpose or just the nature of the route, but he ended up with a lot of time on that attack food.
It is the nature of the ingredients you collect, giving you so much time here. That's super unfortunate on Moist's side to missing just one spin there cost him the race pretty much. We didn't touch up on Nilk's side, but on Nilk's side it was a pretty much
Pretty
perfect,
standard phase 2.
Yeah, pretty standard phase 2, pretty standard 6 Ancient Air Calamity as well. So on Moist's side,
this
there's
attack
not
is
much
very
you
scary.
can do because there's no shields left and you can't parry anything to get him off the wall. The only thing you can do is just keep doing flurry rushes because you have that much attack up food left. Maybe pick up
And
one of
he's
the
very
additional
lucky about
weapons.
that too.
That's a scary attack.
Yeah, especially with no shield. Wow. I actually don't know if you just run away from this. Oh,
Yeah.
the poor Bokoblin bow. Grabbing the Royal Sword there is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, you do get more hits off.
We just gotta bait another flurry rush. This should be good for Moist. Yeah, there we
Okay,
go.
nice.
And remember, he's saving a couple seconds on the load into Dark Beast.
Having all that extra time, I guess, does mean you don't have to reload, because if this was the 1.6 route, you basically just have barely enough time on your attack of food entering the fight. So any mistakes means it's run over.
Oh my
nice
gosh,
parry.
a fairy! Wow, a little good luck to
All right. While we were focusing on the entertainment Moist is giving us, Nilk is coming up on the final shot here.
So congratulations to Nilk for putting together a very solid run. No major mistakes that I saw.
All right,
Finishing
GG
time
Nilk,
of
and
27:56.
and if we subtract a minute from that, that might be a PB on Nilk's
Yeah,
side.
very solid run. Very solid run.
That is a PB. Wow, nice. Okay, I think that's our second PB this tournament. Moist got to know me about PB earlier.
Huge GG to Nilk. Very well done. Just a very solid run from start to end. No major mistakes, no major slip-ups. Just very clean execution.
Yeah, that was a really solid race to watch. Like showcasing both routes, and like Moist pulling so far ahead was just pure execution, even though Nilk basically made no mistakes throughout.
And the difference really coming down to just a fraction of a stamina bar in the very end of Calamity.
Oh, okay, we're fine.
Everything's fine, no need to panic. And yes, overall in this tournament, a very strong showing from our French contingency of runners.
Alright, Moist not too far behind, coming up on his last 2 shots here. Ooh, nice pre-fire. You might think there's not much to do in Dark Beast, but you can actually fire that arrow early enough to get it such that Zelda doesn't speak at all, and we call that a pre-fire. If you're able to get 3 pre-fires on the 3 phases, then that's a really fast Dark Beast. And GG Moist
And
as well.
GG to Moist, 29.56. Oh, we see Nilk splits over there. Nilk Golden Castle, very well done.
Yeah, it was a PB as well. That's really nice to see. That's a pretty good No Miwa PB. I'm not sure when Nilk started running, but if it was like more recent, then that's like definitely really good for someone that started recently. But even otherwise, that's a solid time.
Yeah, 26.50, nothing to be ashamed of.
Especially
Very good
considering
run.
how much time No Amiibo loses from the detour you have to take.
Moist was also on PB pace going into Calamity. With 3 golds, Cryo Mag and Fear Glider Gold. That Glider Gold with the Beetle RG was pretty spectacular.
Not sure if any of our runners here are gonna join. Seems like Nilk doesn't speak English, and unfortunately I don't think any of us can speak French, so I'm not sure if we can translate for Nilk.
I do not speak French, unfortunately.
I do speak French, but not good enough to like live translate. So
No worries, no worries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think it doesn't look like our runners joining us for an interview here.
No worries. But again, huge shout out to both of them for putting on a very solid race. And
Yeah, it was
well
really
executed
close all the way to the
throughout.
end.
And of course, thanks to ZSR for hosting us once again.
Yeah, we're coming up on basically the end of this tournament here. There's, I believe, only one more race left that I think is going to be scheduled tomorrow, which maybe we can get a ZSR restream for that. But if not, that's cool as well. But yeah, it's been super fun. Short 3-week tournament, no burnout, unlike all of our previous double elimination tournaments, is really nice. And it means we can also just host something like this maybe like 3 or 4 months from now.
Nilk, welcome.
Welcome. I'm
GG Nilk.
English is very bad, so I can hesitate. I can hesitate in a lot of moments.
That's okay, no worries, Nilk.
Yeah,
it was a really good
congratulations.
race from you, really good to watch. Good GG on the PB as well. That's a really solid PB.
Very well done.
Yes, thank you. It's my unique option for win this race. It's that have a PB race, and I'm so happy. I can. I don't think I don't thinking to win. Moist is very good runner, and good. GG for Moist. Thanks everyone. Very. Thank you for a streamer, and
You're doing good. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you as well, Nilk. That was a super fun race to watch from our side as well. And yeah, like you said, Moist was like he put up a really impressive performance. Like up until the end, he was ahead, and like one very small mistake in phase 2 cost him all the time there. But even despite that, like there was no mistakes on your side as well. Like your run was also like a really good performance, really good to watch as well.
Clean.
Yes, I don't make a big mistake in the world, and I don't know make moist because I in my race I don't see this race. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you weren't watching, Moist basically had like a perfect run up until Dark Beast. Calamity phase 2, where he messed up one of the sunlocks. He did a slam too late.
Okay.
Yeah, and then his shield also broke when trying to parry some attacks, and so he had to keep on flurry rushing until the end.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the no amiibo route on Switch 2, you have like 10 minutes attack up, so that gives you so much time to keep flurry rushing. So thankfully he was able to finish fast. He didn't have to reload. But yeah.
It was really close, so you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like a minute ahead of you or 30 seconds ahead of you going into Calamity. And then lost it at like the final 10%.
Okay.
But yeah, not to take away from you though, no. Really, GG's
Yeah.
to you. That was a really
Thanks.
good race from your side.
Great race.
Yeah, very well done.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, and congrats again on the PB.
Oh, I don't realize. I'm panic. I don't speak English more. I'm very stressed.
Don't worry about it. It's all
You are
good.
doing wonderful, but I can imagine it's hard. So thank you so much for coming in and talking to us. And we understand. All good.
Nothing. Well, I lost my my word.
Do you want to say it in French?
Je vais dire merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. All right. Any final words from you, Requiem, Cloud?
Nothing from me, no. Yeah, thanks guys for the restream. Hopefully we can get a restream for the final race coming up tomorrow as well. If not, that's fine. This has been super fun. We got a lot of restreams this time. And from what I can see, there's not been a single bit of burnout, neither from like racers, commentators, or restreamers, which is the whole purpose of this short tournament. Or like
Yeah,
making
it's
it
been a
short,
really
rather.
fun couple weeks of racing. So thank you to everybody
Yeah.
who's been participating in whatever capacity so far. And we'll see if we can get something set up for tomorrow for our grand finale.
But yeah, thanks, Rez. Handing it back to you.
Alrighty then. Thank you all so much for watching. Big shout outs to our two comms, to Requiem and to Cloud, and of course to Nilk and to Moist. I hope you all had a great time. We'll be back, of course, with more Breath of the Wild as the situation on the channel allows it. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Have a nice evening and see you soon.